Hey guys,
But
what do you call a guitarist in a three-piece suit?
what?
The defendant.
I am so goddamn poor, nothing gets me up anymore. I am so old and jaded, overblown and overrated. So give me all your stuff, give me all your stuff. Everything is never enough. Give me all your stuff, give me all your stuff. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. I want your stuff.
These get worse and worse every week.
welcome to the Pedalboard podcast. Today we have all three hosts joining you. We have to presumably, I'm going to say my right. We have Vince DiGioia of Vagabond Audio. He's very pretty. We try not to fault him too much for that.
So sorry.
A little bit more in my neck of the woods of attractiveness. We have Brandon Schock, pedalboard builder and wizard extraordinaire. Yes, he's giving us the small clap. And I am Lowell-George, your bromander in chief. And today we are going to discuss the quandary, what I like to call the buy it twice hypothesis, that to truly own a pedal, sometimes you have to buy it, you have to sell it, and then you have to buy it again. It's on. We're going through it. So the one pedal that I can really think of that is pretty much universal for most musicians is a wah pedal. I have bought and sold many wah. Yeah, a DS1. That's right in there. Those are pretty commonplace. You sell it, trade it off because you got to get that new jam, and then something comes up and you need it. So we're gonna start this off with we're just going to jump right into it today, boys. Mr. Vince DiGioia, what is one? I know Brandon's probably got multiple of these things, but what is one of your pedals that you have bought, sold, and rebought?
So I've got 6 of them here, but the main one is the Full Tone Full Drive 2. I bought this back in 2012. Had it on my board for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years. Sold it off to Guitar Center, which I'm not proud of, and acquired.
How dare you do business with Guitar Center?
Look, I was a college student. That was the only music store in the area. So, but yeah.
When it comes to gear, we're all musical bottom feeders. We get it where we can get it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like right now, the only music store in town is a Guitar Center, so I have to. But I sold it like 2014-ish, and then bought it again a year and a half ago.
Isn't it funny that the only music store that's in your town is the music store that was bankrupt last year?
Yeah.
And again, it's like a trend. Every 3 years they go bankrupt, and then somebody buys them, and it just rinse and repeat. I do enjoy the sales that happen when that happens. So I'm not going to complain too much. Okay. That's one. Brandon, first up, what is the pedal that you have bought, sold, and rebought? I know you're just as bad as me, so like this is going to be a long list.
Oh, I can't see nothing.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Is that the
Owen Wilson pedal?
Yeah, is that the Digitech, the Expression Factory?
Expression Factory.
That's a good pedal. I know you have a pile of those now.
I have a whole pile of them, but I've bought and sold this pedal, I don't know how many times, just to have other people try it, and I'll sell it to them, and then I rebuy it. And now I'm hoarding them because who knows how long, I'm going to be able to get them for a decent price. Because the prices on all the old Digitech stuff is going way up now.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Which brings us to my first on this list, the Digitech Whammy. Pick an incarnation. But you buy it and you love it and you're just jamming on it. And then something else comes along and you're not using it anymore. And then you sell it and then like a week later, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, that was me.
I need it. And then I did have one stolen once. I had a WH1 stolen off a board along with a green Russian Big Muff. The whole board
Really?
got taken. Yeah. So,
Damn.
but yeah, the Digitech Whammy is for me. But now I'm just never going to sell it. It's just going to live on my board forevermore. And because I use it all the time now. Now it's like, it's in the city, like the past like 15 years, it's become indispensable to my
I started
tone.
off with the 4, got rid of it for a few years, and then maybe 2
I have a
years ago,
4.
I got the 5, had it on my board for 6 months or so, and I was like, I'm never really going to use this, and then traded it off again. So I want one again now, just to have it, really. But
I've got a 1, 2, and a 4. And if I ever get my grubby little mitts on a space station, I'm just going to get it because it's awful.
that thing sounds
you should-
terrible.
No, you guys are liars.
It's good for
Space
what it
station?
is at the
The
time.
space station is the reason I have, 5 EX7s.
Yeah, but you got to
Right, can
remember
you-
too, there's a line between okay and delightfully bad. And I
Yeah.
would say that the space station falls under the parameters of delightfully bad.
It's a noise machine.
I can't agree. I will use that thing to no end for
There's no
ambient
practical
guitar.
use for it.
You
ambient
can't.
guitar. Ambient guitar
Yeah,
is
but
the
you can
practical use
justify
for
a
it.
lot of things with ambient guitar. You can just that's a pretty loosey goosey parameter.
That's the point. I mean, that's why I have these pedals, the Digitech
The Owen Wilsons.
Supernatural, and I can't see crap.
Can't see
yet.
shit.
Oh, there we go. The weapon.
Dude,
Oh,
I like the weapon.
Oh god,
And
No, the weapon's good.
Supernatural.
I like the weapon, dude. It's good.
never
But
played it, but
That's the
That-
Dan
that's ser-
Donegan
that's-
one.
that series of
Yeah.
Digitech was a fail, honestly.
It was a fail, but guess what? They're worth a bunch of
Well, yeah,
crap
the
now
synth,
because
the synth wah is
everybody
decent.
wants one.
Yeah, the synth wah was decent. I had the main squeeze, the comp, and that was just awful.
I got your main squeeze right here, buddy.
No,
Oh, I bet you do.
That's from the before these pedals.
Oh yeah,
that was
That's from-
that was
yeah.
part, that was part of like the Crossroads there, Eric Clapton, which
Yeah,
I was
well, the
told is
Eric
terrible.
Clapton one, that one, it's not terrible. Everything on it sounds okay, but it all sounds the same.
just to
Okay.
kind of switch the
Yeah.
gears. That was round 1 of the pedals that we have bought, sold, and rebought. But I was hanging out at Brandon's house, which I do at least once a week, and he showed me a pedal that was so amazingly good that I had to. I came home and ordered it. Brandon, tell us what that delightfully cheap multi effect was, and yeah, it's stunningly good. Every effect on it I thought sounded great.
Oh, no. I mean, that's my tone toy of the week.
Okay, well then, to be continued. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
we'll
I
continue
mean,
that. No, it's delightfully good. Coming up in mere moments. Owen Wilson will be on the show. Whoa.
ta-da.
Okay, there he is.
Oh, sorry, it's just me.
No, well,
What a disappointment.
I know I'm. You could have been at least Luke Wilson. I mean, speaking of disappointments.
You can suck my nuts.
Oh, that honey butter. So round 2. Vince, what is your round 2 pedal that you have bought and sold and rebought, and now it is officially yours?
A mainstay for everybody. CVX Fuzz Factory.
Yeah, it's Fuzz Factory.
Yeah, bought this in college.
Amazing.
Got rid of it for whatever reason because I'm an idiot, and acquired it again about a year or 2 ago. And yeah, I'm not getting rid of it this time
But why did you acquire it?
because it's a Fuzz Factory. It sounds fucking amazing, and
So
the
does it
stability
have-
knob is my favorite.
Does it have the DC jack on it, or is it battery?
Yeah, it's got the DC jack. It's the Vexter version. I want to get a hand painted one at some point, but it's the simple Vexter version. That's all
Right
Guitar
now's the
Center had at the
time,
time.
The price on those has gone, reasonable.
I've
finally.
got a hand painted one that I got from the music store I worked at for like $40.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Really?
yeah, it was like, why not? I was like, basically, it's like $40, and I was just like, why not? I
You
can't
pass
think of
that up.
I can't think of a reason to not buy this pedal.
It's fair.
It's like
Honestly,
a
it's
bag
one of the best fuzzes I've ever played. It's
It's like
probably
a-
my all-time favorite fuzz.
it's like a bag of weed back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
$40. All right, Brandon, round 2.
All right. Well, I'm on like round 6 now, but
Oh yeah, he works fast. He works fast over there.
so I mean, the knockout. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it does a whole lot. I love it on bass.
What does it do? I know it's like an EQ sort of thing, but
It's basically just an EQ. I mean, it mixes your dry signal in with a high and low EQ in,
Okay.
I think it's in parallel.
so it's fairly simple, just adjusting highs and lows.
Very simple. Yeah,
Okay.
adjusting highs and lows, and you can make it. They say you can make it sound like humbuckers if you have single coils, single
Okay.
coils if you have humbuckers. But really, it's just a powerful EQ, and I like to use it on bass with the lumberjack.
Okay.
Yeah, so those
I'm a
two together are
lumberjack
just
and
great.
I'm okay.
Yep.
This one's the shame. This is my shame pick. I have bought and sold metal zones at least 4 times.
I've never owned one,
I'm
honestly.
sure.
My like in my punk rock days, like my first real band that I did anything with, you know, we did some touring and some recording and all those first formative years of like the first real deal band, especially it was the first band that I fronted. I had MK2 JMP Super Lead on a full stack, right? A Gibson Les Paul Studio, like an 89 Les Paul Studio. Beautiful guitar, beautiful amplifier. This is the high class of the high class kind of stuff, especially for my area. There were those people who was like, you're nuts, dude. And then I didn't even use a stomp tuner because it's punk rock. And I had
That's really out of tune.
I had a metal zone in front of all of that.
Whatever we're tuned to, that's what we're playing in.
Yeah, I had the channels jumped, and then input 1 was the metal zone. I just had the fizz mostly off, and then the rest I just had like, you know, a nice mid punch and treble punch. It still sounded like a steel can full of angry bees, but
So never being an owner of a metal zone, is there genuinely a practical use for it? Because I know it's considered obviously one of the worst pedals, but is there genuinely, can you actually get some decent sounds out of it?
they say you can.
Never
I mean, my old
experienced it.
band, we had two guitars using metal zones, and then I used a Metal Planet by Rocktron. So I mean,
I actually love Rocktron pedals. I have the Zombistortion like in my box of goodies because when I was in that same band, there was another band in town, a band that I absolutely loved. Is my best friend's band called the Detention Squad, and they were like a punky lounge band, and their guitar player, his name was Brian. He used that, and it sounded awesome, so I had to have one.
well, yeah, I used the Metal Planet for a long time, and I'm pretty sure it's just a metal zone.
In a
I mean,
bigger
it's got the
housing.
same EQ and stuff in a huge housing. I don't know. It could be something different, but I mean, if it says metal on it, you know what it's gonna sound like. I mean, the metal
True.
core, the metal zone, the
Metal core
Metal
is
Planet.
awful.
I actually
I
think it's the best
cannot
sounding.
disagree.
I actually think that it's the best sounding of like the metal pedals.
The metal
it was
core?
Yeah, I
was
like the
not
metal
good.
core.
It was awful, dude. I played
It's
through one
like
in high school and it was not okay.
It gents
2
pretty
boxes
hard.
of bees.
Yeah, but it gents super hard, so I'm gonna take it.
So how does the Wazacraft metal zone then, in your opinion, stand up to the original?
That's polishing a turd, is what that is. I mean,
That's
it's
what I
like
figured.
rubbing a big old batch of polish and rebranding. I think it's kind of a slap in the face, especially when you try to pay for it. If you pay more than
That's fair.
$40, actually, know what? I'm afraid of that. If you pay more than $30, I have a standing offer for anybody listening. I have a standing offer for anybody I encounter that I will buy your metal zone for $30, but not a cent more. That better include shipping if we're shipping it, because like $30 is the absolute max I will pay for a metal zone.
And you
I
have 4 of
modded
them?
metal zones
What's that?
to make them. I said I used to mod metal zones to make them not sound like metal zones.
Yeah, but it's the one pedal that truly I'm intrigued by it. Like, you love to hate it. I've made a name for myself ripping on that thing. So I had this great vision. I told Brandon about it when we were doing some script work for our upcoming variety show the other day, but I wanted to try to talk like Boss or just the world. I need 100 metal zones.
What are you gonna do?
Metals. I want a backdrop of metal zones that actually you can plug into. And I
Like the old the old Boss displays in the music store, just full of metal zones.
All metal zones. And maybe I would love to have one of a DoD grunges too. That'd be cool, but that's never gonna happen.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because that's another one of those pedals that I absolutely love. But DoD, me and Brandon are definitely the DoD grunge.
There's another one off my list.
Yeah, that's another one off mine right there. So I've done that too. I was going to bring that up. I've bought and sold many a Digitech grunge. I actually really like it. I think it's it is what it is. It's exactly as advertised.
Pedal. Yeah, it was my first pedal, and I played it for years, and I actually still have my original one. I have 3.
No, it's cool. I mean, those things are actually getting worth some dough. I mean, like it's gonna be like all the DoD stuff is like. I just I put an offer in on a meat box, so we'll see what happens. The one that actually has like the meat paint.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they take it. I got shot down on my time maker offer like immediately, like as soon as I walked out your door. It was like, nope, declined. Like whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, that's funny. That's because that one's on my list too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm knocking them off. Kabam! 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 Bam! All right. Well, Vince, let's play catch up.
Wait. Let me wait. Before we move on, let's talk about the time maker for a second.
Yeah, tell me about that because I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, I've bought and sold this pedal I think 3 times now, and the only reason I have it right now is because it's one of the worst pedals I've ever played, so I have to have it.
Is that a Rowan?
This one is a Rowan. I guess some other company makes them also. I know Donner had them on their line for a while, but it's so awful.
I played it yesterday. It sucks.
What's so bad about it? Because I know we've had this talk about like the Reverb, but what's so bad about this?
Nothing redeeming about it other than a tap tempo for the weird like settings, like some of the vibrato settings and stuff.
I mean, the tremolo setting is okay, and the pure setting is okay as long as you don't adjust the time.
There's definitely like a wash of your dry signal though. Like your dry signal definitely kind of gets
it's just like a really shitty digital delay.
It gets lost in the ether of that pedal.
That's the thing though, is like it's really hard to screw up a delay, and they screwed it up royally.
they went hard.
I mean, it's Rowan.
Real hard.
I mean, while we're on the subject, that one, just so I can get it off the list, the Octopus.
I've played that one too.
Tom's line.
It sucks.
I've bought and sold it 3 times, and I only have it now because it's one of the worst pedals I've ever played. It's like your signal like goes into it, and then they put it through the octave, but the octave is like 2 semitones the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's
and then
pretty gross.
I mean, the tracking is pretty bad too, but the fact that your octave is like a semitone or 2 off is bad.
Yeah, it looks a big old bag of suck, dude. For real.
If you're gonna do a pitch pedal, you got to do it right.
No, or do it really, really like sync it wrong, like
ring modulator style.
They're 2 in the middle.
Just synced wrong. This is just bad.
Yeah, it's like it tries to be good, but it just didn't quite make the mark, which makes it worse.
I mean, you can have a bad octave pedal and it still be good, like useful. This is like so bad it's not useful.
Is that going on the board?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Both those.
For those of you guys listening out there or watching, we are slowly but surely compiling the worst of the worst. You tried the worst, now you got the thirst for the worst more. And we're just gonna I'm talking everything. The worst order, the worst board, the worst pedals. I'm gonna find I know a guy I actually know a guy that's like the worst player I've ever met. he absolutely loves to play guitar. He knows where he stands, so I'm not like insulting him. But he plays with a lot of energy and joy. It's just not
Badly.
much, really. Yeah, badly. And he knows that. It's cool. And I actually really like it because it's so like energetic and it's just like, so maybe I might get him to demo the board.
You have to. If you're going to go bad with it, you got to go all the way.
Because he's going to chop some wood is what he's going to do.
Except we gotta have a nice guitar and a nice amp and nice cables, so that way you can really hear that the board is.
Yeah,
There's some sort of redemption there.
Like a really like a good player, like a well-rounded good player, and they see if they can, with a nice guitar and with a nice amp, can summon something usable out of this horrid thing that we're going to.
Oh man,
that we're going to shot into creation.
You should get a hold of Buried Alive for
that. We should.
Dude, could you imagine?
Oh my goodness. I was thinking like maybe we could like wrangle Paul Gilbert into it or something. You know?
He is here in town.
He is here in town. I bet if we just like, dude, we got this board. It's the worst. We need the best. What can you get? What can you get? Give me a call.
That sounds like something he'd do, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds like something he'd be into. So Paul Gilbert, if you're listening or watching, which you're probably not, but if you are, we would like you to come play the shittiest thing as ever, like the shittiest guitar creation ever. I'm talking even the board. I started constructing the board the other day. I'm building it out of laminated cardboard. It's going to be great. It's going to be the worst.
So you're going full out on this, like just absolutely terrible.
How else do I do anything?
That's
I don't know any other way. I'm like at the end of the month, I'm buying the last piece. I believe at least one of the last pieces because they don't seem interested. So I'm going to buy the air trash, and that should be like the piece de la resistance of this board. Then we can start like seeing if it needs anything else, putting it in weird orders.
It's a hard choice on that one because that one's supposed to sound like garbage.
But that's the thing. That's that's not an insult to them because that's like they legitimately like it says it in their advertising. So don't put it in there if you don't want to.
To be fair, it deserves a spot on the board. Honestly, it
does.
It's literally name trash. Like you have to have it on the board.
I might throw a TS10 on there too. Moving on.
Watch your mouth. Watch your whore mouth.
Kissy face. So Vince, you got some catching up to do. We've dropped quite a few on you.
So considering you just wiped out Brandon's entire list.
No, we didn't. No, we
got a nice big pile here.
Yeah, I got a list going. So your turn. Give us like two. Give us two.
So honestly, it's fairly simple. BD2 had this.
All right. Yeah, I've bought and sold a few
one
of those.
I've never owned, and it sounds great.
I've owned it twice. I didn't sell it the second time. I still got one.
This is the third time I've owned this. I bought this on Craigslist years and years ago.
Potatoes, man. That is French fries. That is like it's mustard and ketchup. It's just it doesn't hurt to own one. You can get them cheap. They actually sound pretty good. I'm
happy with the sound.
I watched that demo that they did of all the different Blues Driver pedals, like from the $1,000 one to just the regular one and cheap ones, and they put that one in the first place, just the regular old Boss one. So
it sounds good for what it does. I had it as like a crunch sort of sound on my board for a while, and it sounds great. I mean, and I got rid of it stupidly several times, but I'm not doing that again.
I'm just enjoying my delicious liquid death water. Please sponsor us. Because they'll sponsor anybody.
I agree with that. I would drink that on camera.
Reach out to them.
I'm gonna send them this episode.
They're
nothing from Red Bull yet.
Amazing.
What's that?
Nothing from Red Bull yet.
No.
I'm gonna have liquid death anyways.
Jack Daniels is next. So
I actually played a concert about 10 years ago that was sponsored by Jack Daniels because we couldn't find anybody else.
I played concerts that were sponsored. One that was sponsored by Jameson, and one that was sponsored by Jack Daniels, and then one that was sponsored by Jägermeister. You play like festival stuff. You get a lot of these sponsors. So the Blues Driver, it's meat and potatoes. go spend like $30 and get yourself one because they're just fun. It's just a fun pedal to have.
Yeah.
It's useful.
Does what it needs to do.
Especially if you're into Marshalls, I actually think that a blues driver sounds amazing in the front of a Marshall. It warms it up a little bit, kind of gives it a little bit of low mid kick, which Marshalls are notorious for kind of lacking.
Yeah, I was running this in front of my Jubilee and just for like a simple crunch, and it sounded great.
Sound like such a pain when you're like, my Jubilee. I'm gonna have this nice
on my
Chianti
pedestal.
and grapes and fine cheese and play my Jubilee. Swine.
Speaking of which, it's my next pedal actually.
Oh gosh.
Hey, no, Vince, you'd only have a couple pedals here, so you can't share two at a time.
No, I
Just
asked him to share two at a time to play catch up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna play catch up then. Share a couple more after he's done with.
Okay, well, let's see.
pedal.
Let's talk about your Jubilee pedal, which I'm assuming is just another Jubilee thing.
So it is the original. I forget who makes it. I want to say Pharaoh. I don't remember the original designer. It was a Jubilee overdrive based on the Silver Jubilee, and then Alexander created a clone of the clone, I guess. I had this a couple years ago for my Frusciante board and got rid of it because it didn't sound great with what I was doing. And it is a great overdrive on it.
Can we insert cricket sounds?
Oh, fuck off.
You're losing me and Brandon. We love you, Vince. I just like to give you shit. No, I do too, but it's like Frusciante every 5 seconds. We did a whole episode on this last episode. I even called the episode.
I seem to remember half the episode being about Vince's hair.
No, that was the first episode.
All right, listen.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the second episode.
Don't talk about my fucking hair. All right.
Dude, your hair is beautiful. What are you talking about?
That's why we call you Superman Curl.
You're the only one that has a problem with your hair. We think it's fantastic. We think it's fantastic. It's got that cool little curl in the front. Your hairline is kind of like got this epicness to it. Dude, you're just flipping over nothing, man. Like,
yeah, I don't get it.
You're like the best looking one of us all, and you're just like, oh my god, my hairline, dude. If you lose all your hair, just live it.
No, I'm going to eventually when I hit 35. Yeah,
you can make up for it below the nose
style.
Yeah, dude, you'll have this Vin Diesel thing going on. It'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah, me and Vin Diesel. Okay.
It'll be like a miniature, like a fun size Vin Diesel.
Like the Walmart brand Vin Diesel.
No, just fun size. Like Halloween Vin Diesel.
Nothing about me screams Vin Diesel.
That does scream fun size.
Dick.
Oh, I love you, man. So
Brandon, go.
Yeah, Brandon, go before
I'm just gonna rocket a couple of these to
let's do it. Let's take some time to talk about them.
We've got the Cuvave Fuzz.
Okay.
Which I figure if anybody's watching this and watching something about pedals, they probably know about the Cuvave Fuzz. It's like one of those new legendary cheap pedals that everyone wanted, and then they changed it, and it doesn't sound the same anymore. So I had to buy a couple.
I hate it when they do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have Murphy's first law, which is that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And if you really want to take it farther, in the perfect order. And the Murphy's second law for me is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dude, I hate it.
But that was the thing, is it was broken and they fixed it, and that was the problem.
It's like the difference when they made like the Digitech Whammy like 5, and they totally corrected all of the like sonic artifacts that are left with the tracking being just a little bit weird.
It made the Whammy 4 usable though.
Yeah, but it lost the flavor of the Whammy 1 and 2. It really did. That was like the magic sauce. That was the magic sauce. That's why I'm like, if I'm gonna either go 1 and 2 are basically the same pedal. You can just select through the modes with the foot switch on the 2. But that's why I do Digitech Whammy 1s now. And I mean, and I know they're poshy and they're expensive, but for me, there's no substitute for that pedal. I absolutely love it. I just want to kiss it and love it and name it George. I don't want to let it go. Oh, yeah, he gets it.
Okay, so we've been going over the Whammy so much, but let's go back to DOD for a second, because
Carcosa Fuzz.
Carcosa is amazing.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about it. Never tried it.
Today, we are going to cook up some spicy tones on the rainbow machine. Ah. Ah, it's the good stuff. Okay.
Pretty little snowflake, delicate little cupcake, tell me now, what's your problem today? Something set you off, really piss you off, did you not get your own way? No dispute, I'm not going to dispute that.
Yeah, I've bought and sold 2 or 3 of them now.
The standard silicone fuzz.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a lot of options, but then
that's a stone deaf, isn't it?
Right? It sure is.
Yeah.
And that's going to get rid of this other one here, so I can just share. Because I've bought and sold the Kryptonite and the EP1 2 times.
Amazes.
And yeah, I mean, there's not much you can say, but they're amazing. Amazes anything.
Yeah. I would not dispute that even a little bit. It's just like, sometimes it's just, you know, like we're such fickle creatures, guitar players, you know what I mean? Like 1 minute we're on one thing, and we're so changeable. Like, it's something that's funny, I find hilarious about guitar players, especially in the realm of any kind of musician, is that how changeable and quickly changeable we are. Like 1 minute we're purists, and it's like there's nothing but this, and then like 5 minutes later, after like 3 seconds of a YouTube video, like, oh my god, I guess I'm into that now.
Yeah.
I'm
I
into
do that all
now.
the time.
I just have I have abandoned all preconceptions of like what I am as a guitar player, and just like, well, I is what I is, and whatever comes into my radar and I enjoy it, well, then I'm going to enjoy it, and you can F off, and I don't care what you think, which has served me very, very well. I love it. And now we're going to do a little weekly segment called Sound Toy of the Week. So, Vince, what is your sound toy of the week?
My sound toy of the week is the Keely Fuzzbender. This fuzz is fucking awesome, honestly.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
It's got the EQ on it. It's great. You can get some splatty fuzz with the the bias control on it, but it's a nice clean sounding fuzz. It's very simple.
Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't
clean
fuzzy
sounding
wuzzy.
fuzz.
Yeah, that's what he said. What is
You know what I
splatty?
mean.
Describe
He
splatty,
wasn't
please.
fuzzy wuzzy if he was clean sounding.
A smooth sounding fuzz. How about that?
Would you say squishy fuzz?
A splatty, like that Velcro fuzz.
Oh, okay. I get you now. I smell what you're stepping in. Brandon, please show us your offering, because it is, if you don't own one of these, you need to get one.
The Veiltone, Beltone, Dapper Indie. I must
That
say,
is the
I'm
best,
so impressed.
best sounding multi-effect pedal I have ever played at like $100 ish price.
All right,
point.
tell me about it.
Oh God. Oh, and not an effect. There was not an effect on there that I didn't like, that I didn't think sound good. Even if you started getting weird, they were really great with the tap tempos, like having like different like kind of tap tempo settings. The distortion.
This is my sound toy.
I know, but you let me play with it, and then you let me play with it, and I was in love. You saw me, like, you wanted to change me out. I'm like, no. I'm like, stop and wait. Like, all right, I'll shut up. You go.
So it's a drive fuzz. It has something that's called liquid effects, which is the chorus, phaser, or tremolo.
It's choice.
It has
so good.
Echoes, which is tap tempo delay with analog tape and reverse. The reverse on this is really good. It's surprisingly good.
Surprise.
And then it has a
awesome.
reverb that you can turn the trails on and off, and the liquid effects all have tap tempo too. Like, for what it is, I mean, and there's a tuner on it as well that is decent. But for what it is, I mean, it's the most bang for the buck I've ever seen.
What's it called?
The Dapper Indie.
Dapper Indie. Okay.
I basically, when I heard it, my first thought was, it's really small too, as you can see with Brandon. I mean, not actually holding it in your hand.
Here,
give us something for scale. Like, give us something for scale.
Let's just get this. I have bought and
Yeah,
sold
perfect.
this a few times. So
Various like
oh dang,
there
we
it is.
go.
It's very small.
I mean,
Yeah, it's only
It's like-
$123 on Amazon.
yeah, it's like 2 Boss pedals.
I gotta go home and play some gigs in July. I'm just gonna play a couple like little shows while I'm there. But that's why I bought it, because I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I can use every single thing
It's
on
got
this.
everything.
Yeah. And it's like this big. So like I can just take it and like that's it. And if I break it, you know what? That's $100. So
Plus, it runs off of wall wart, 100 milliwatt power supply. I mean,
yeah, no big deal. I mean, it's just like pretty. It's surprised, dude. I was blown away. I was blown away.
I mean, it looks like everything you would need.
I guess I'll do my sound toy of the week. I've been anticipating. I'm going to build a little suspense here. I've been anticipating this pedal since the days, the bright little sparks of its inception. I was hanging out at Brandon's place. And of course, as per usual, he's like, dude, check this out, which is, I always know is like, oh, here we go. I know something's coming now.
New toy.
He let me play this thing, and it's like it's heady like birthing days. Like he was like the Frankenstein's monster half assembled at this point, and then it just got better and better. And then he even let me name it, but he had like with the artwork. I mean, it was a no-brainer. The artwork that he put on it was great. It's one of Brandon's pedals. We're shamelessly self-promoting Brandon. I am shamelessly promoting Brandon, but I finally got my mouth breather. I wasted a lot of time. I wouldn't say wasted is the wrong term, but I spent a lot of time dicking around with this thing last night when I should have probably been doing the work.
All right, what does it do?
Oh, man.
what does it not do?
What is it? It's
Well, for everyone watching, what does it do?
okay. If you're just gonna pigeonhole this thing into like one thing, I would say it's a very like trippy, like envelope filtery auto wah kind of jam. But there's so much more. That's like really buttoning a hole in it. It's like there's so much more. But if you're just gonna boil it down to like the one thing that it really does, it's magic and fun. This has as much fun factor as like the Rainbow Machine, but while retaining usability. Like for me, the Rainbow Machine set the bar for like fun pedals. It's not very usable, but it's a lot of fun. You know, like this is that, but there's so much you can do with it. I mean, like, oh God, there's like all sorts of modes and like trails, like fun trails that happen.
Delay, tremolo, vibrato.
Yeah, it's
auto
just
wah.
yeah,
All
it's
through
just,
a filter?
No,
No.
only one mode has the filter. So
it's so much. And I like Brandon's pedals, as you know this, but like this one tickles my pickles, you know. I'm still light years away from fully understanding what like the true depth of this thing, because there's just so much like tweakability in the knobs, like, you know, that's the changes that happen when you do this. I mean, it's like a quarter change and you're in a different universe, you know what I mean? Like I just love that. So I'm going to be digging in super deep to this guy. If you haven't played any of Brandon's pedals, you're dumb and you need to get on that. And you might want to hurry because he's catching on and everybody's buying his stuff. I was lucky enough to snatch one of these. Yes, it's stunning. So thank you, Brandon, because it's an amazing thing. It's you know, with your previous offerings of the Ocean Man and the Joy and Sorrow and various other things, the Glutton is also super cool. I would check. I was going to do that one, but then I was like, nah, I'm going to do the mouth breather because I've really been waiting for that thing, anticipating and touching myself. Okay, I'm done. That's my sound toy. I feel spent. I need a nap. So now we move on to segment number 2. You guys ready? Things that pissed your wife off.
yeah, I'm going first here.
Yeah, be my guest.
It's my sombrero. You can't see it. It totally
You can see Owen
out of
Wilson.
screen.
You can
Woo!
see Owen Wilson. Your
Think
sombrero.
it's a
fucking
small one.
massive.
How did your
There's a small
sombrero
one.
piss your wife off?
Oh man, because I've always wanted sombrero, and she really
Refreshing.
hates the sombrero, and I want to hang it up in the living room. And,
It is currently hang up in the living room. Were you
well,
kidding?
obviously not, because it's here in my hand.
It will be. It probably returned to its place.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I go? I guess.
Might as well.
Okay. So as you guys know, we are moving into a new house. Currently packing up. Said house is sold. Signed the paperwork on it today. We've got a little bit of time to move out. One of the things that I love to do, it's my jam, is I take baths, like a bath, nice bath, hang out. Usually read.
You can't beat a nice bath. Glass of
Yeah.
wine, couple candles.
Yeah, salts.
Oh yeah. Oh
I got
yeah.
some
Epsom salt.
lavender
Yep,
oil.
yep.
It's just my jam. It's been my jam since I was a kid. That's how I relax. But I broke the shower. I put my I think I don't remember like it actually happening, but you could take one look at it and see what happened. It's like
What
right
did you
next to
do?
right next to the faucet. There's this plastic facade that's in my shower. And I sealed around the faucet with silicone. And I put my foot next to it and there was nothing behind it and I broke, like cracked it.
Oh,
And the house is like sold. So it's like,
yeah.
shit, I can't redo this whole thing. She got super mad. I fixed it, fixed it well. I mean, you kind of notice there's something there, but the whole thing's really cheap. So, I mean, it kind of just blends in at this point. But she got really mad at me. We just sold the house. She forgave me, obviously. I just didn't remember doing it. I was just like, but you could take one look at it and be like, oh, that's like a heel, like a heel went through that. So that's what I did. So Vince, what did you do that pissed your wife off?
Nothing crazy that's pissed her off, but as you guys know, I had surgery last weekend, and
Nerd.
Yeah, right. Fucking idiot. And the recovery has been fairly brutal. But I'm supposed to be doing certain things to make sure the recovery goes smoothly, and I'm neglecting a few of those things just due to how shitty they are. And she's been getting on to me a lot for that. So, and honestly, she's been great, like helping me with the recovery and going above and beyond, honestly, with everything she's been doing, excuse me. But yeah, I'm neglecting myself a bit, and she's been getting a little upset with me.
It'll happen. I noticed as I've kind of approached middle age that stuff doesn't work as well as it used to.
No, it's all falling apart.
It's all falling apart.
To be fair, actually, she did get mad at me for I don't eat vegetables. I have the appetite of a toddler, and she's been trying to force vegetables down my throat, and I refuse. And it's a constant battle in my house.
You don't eat vegetables?
I like onions. Like that's really about it. Maybe bell peppers.
That's like the worst vegetable you can like.
Look, I grew up on a very, very
Onions
simple...
go in everything.
No,
I
they
know,
do, but
that's
they're just not the greatest for you, like comparatively to other vegetables.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a super picky eater. I've always been that way. And
eat your vegetables.
Broccolis,
No.
carrots.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's
My
good
wife
for
will-
you.
My wife will eat anything but bread. Like she will eat absolutely anything.
Do you want to look this good when you get to be my age? Eat your vegetables. You want to look at this man. Look at this full facial hair and full head of beautiful, like, because his hair's got more, like Brandon's hair's got more bounce than I've ever seen in anybody's hair. It's amazing. You want to look like us? Be like healthy and hearty and strong.
Vince is onto something here. If he wants to look like this when he gets old, he's gonna not eat bread.
To be that's mainly the only thing I eat. I can eat bread for days. It's the
You and my-
Italian in me.
You and my wife
That's like
both.
the worst thing for you.
I
You
know,
and my
but
wife
it's all
both
right.
love the bread. She's
I love bread too, though.
yeah,
I can eat a
take-
whole loaf of bread on its own by myself.
I can take it or leave it.
Some olive oil.
Oh God, yeah.
You can put olive oil on a turd and make it passable. I mean, like really, if you're being serious.
The Italian in me is I
I
put
mean,
olive
if
oil
you're
on
being
everything.
serious, yeah, that would make it pass easier. That's for sure.
Just slip it right through it. Just slip it right down. Just gotta lube it up and swallow.
So back
Yeah.
to it.
Back to it.
Here's the freak out.
I need one of those.
Polara
Oh yeah.
and the Obscura,
I have a love-hate
And-
with relationship
and
with TC.
the Ventura. These aren't TC. These are all
There's a
Digitech.
Digitech.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I love Digitech, but I have a love-hate relationship with TC Electronics. I've had bought and sold a few of those, and
Like the T2.
you can have it. You can have it. That's all.
I have not played a TC Electronic reverb that I enjoyed, and they're a great company,
You know what?
but I've
The
never played one.
T2. The T2 I enjoy.
I played the Hall of Fame, and I was really not impressed.
I feel the same way about all the other ones, but the T2 specifically.
The bass player in my band uses them a lot. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Now
What is
we're
that?
talking.
Psycho acoustic processor.
Yeah, I like if it says DOD on
Okay.
it, I'll buy. I'll take it. Thank you.
It's got that and everything.
Don't
Do you
do
have the box though?
You know what? I do.
Don't tell. You
I
shouldn't
have the
broadcast.
box.
You should not broadcast that on the internet. Josh Scott might come for that box in the night.
Yeah, you're gonna
I know.
you're
He
gonna get a
already
phone
took
call later.
my he took my twin pedal box. I had to take it back out of his cold dead hands.
His clammy hands, his Kansas City hands.
All right, I'm going through a couple more. The
Okay,
Donner Alchemy.
That's
Is
a-
an
yeah,
amazing pedal.
that's pretty cool pedal. Actually, you've
Yeah.
made me think with that a little bit.
The Elect Lady.
That's a good one. I had that.
The Cathedral Reverb.
You tried to sell that
Another
to
good
me.
I sure did. I've bought and sold it a couple times.
I was like, okay. Oh yeah,
This
I
one.
like that. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Can't go
I'm
wrong
never
with
gonna
that.
get rid of this one again. I love this pedal.
Yeah, I got the deluxe one back there.
And I'm done.
And I'm spent.
That's everything I wanted to pull out.
I've been playing with this one pedal that I'm getting ready to do a review for, and the review will actually drop before this video does, so I can show you guys. It's a crazy thing. I had Brandon open it up because I was very curious as to what was inside of it, and it's very evil looking.
Oh yeah, I couldn't figure out what it was in there, huh?
It's a monster. I say it has buttery notes of Metal Zone or of Metal Muff, buttery notes of Metal Muff. Though it is a big fat wall of sound. This
It has
is
some cool clipping stuff in it, that's for sure.
it definitely gives you that wall of sound stoner doom jam. Like I just did a stoner doom track with it for the review, and it just nailed it. Like very kind of Kaya-y stoner doom track, and it's Hametsu effects, and this is the non-gall fuzz. It's a big
Nazgul?
no, it's a Naungal. Non-ghoul.
Is it a fairly versatile fuzz, or is it?
It
like,
is a
very
hammer.
specific?
This is not this is
Not for the
like
faint of heart.
not for the faint of heart. This thing is a hammer, and all it sees is nails. Like I tried to do a genty track with it that had like a lot of start stop kind of polyrhythm stuff.
Mhm.
It wouldn't play, but for like the slow kind of grindy groovy stuff, absolutely perfect. Like it's
Buzz.
what's that?
Somebody's buzzing.
It is not me.
Sound like somebody
Me?
was plugging something in.
That was probably me. I was plugging that back in.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I didn't hear it, so it doesn't exist. Hey, at least look on the bright side, guys. I'm not having construction done during the podcast.
yeah, thank you for that.
It couldn't be helped. When you sell a house, this kind of stuff happens.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
All right, I gotta know, Vince,
Yeah.
that Bugera behind you. Is it a love-hate relationship, or do you love it?
Honestly, I'm still not sure. I just got it recently and still Not sure how I feel about it.
So you got a Vox AC 15
hmm
and a Jubilee and the Bugera. But you got the Bugera recently.
Yes.
You
I'm
like
still
it?
I'm still working my way through it. Haven't gone
I mean,
super in depth with it yet.
I just want to know because I've always wanted a Bugera. I've only played like one ever. So.
Yeah, I mean,
I just-
it sounds good
they're
for what it
intriguing.
does. I'm
Yeah.
still, I guess, warming up to it. Haven't spent too
I mean,
much time with it yet.
They must
pla-
work really well with TC pedals. So
Take that. Fuck you. Take
You can
that.
take your Hall of Fame reverb and shove it up your ass.
Hey, you know, my bass player in my band uses a lot of TC pedals and he absolutely loves them and they sound great on his rig.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like to talk.
it's only
crap.
their octave stuff for me. I can't do their octave. It's like
It's-
there's something just lacking from the
It-
tone. I don't know what it
the
is.
brainwaves.
No, the Brainwaves is the only one I haven't played. But every single pedal they
It's a
have that
low-
does any
it's-
kind of octave.
The Brainwaves is a low rent rainbow machine. I really
Isn't it supposed to be a whammy?
it's a low rent rainbow machine. I stand by that. I played one. I was intrigued and I played it.
I mean, the Quintessence was a low grade rainbow machine. So
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I think that for the budget, for the bang for buck, EHX has TC beat by a country mile. And I
yeah,
just
I gotta say though, the delay that they do, all of the
That flashback.
the flashback series, the alter ego, the flashback, all of them.
Mm.
I have liked every single one of them.
Honestly,
Unless
TC
I'm
doesn't
trying to
make
put
bad
them-
pedals. It's just there's
No.
a few of them that I'm just not.
I
a
don't.
Huge fan
I'm
of.
not saying they make bad pedals. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that I find them to be a little bit basic bitch.
Yeah, very much so. They're definitely on the lower end of the budget.
They for what they are. I mean, they're great. It's just they don't excite me. That's what I'm
Mhm.
trying to say. Is they don't entice me. They don't draw me in. They don't excite me about.
And they
any
don't-
of the time.
Doesn't breed inspiration like you'd want it to.
Yeah, I can see that. It's very utilitarian.
Yeah.
And you know, I like utilitarian style pedals. Like I would say, like one of the things that I like about like JHS pedals is that the functionality is usually pretty supreme on them for the most part. You know,
Yeah.
But they're
obviously,
very simple too. There's not like
they're
a bunch
simple,
of crazy features.
they're
You got
simple.
3 or 4
They
knobs.
they
Yeah.
do what they do. They do it well.
hmm
And I like that the fact that they're built in country, they're well assembled. It's the same with Earthquaker, kind of has that same.
Yep.
But I like that Earthquaker definitely goes out there. You know, they shoot for the stars. Whether or not it's usable or not. I mean, like they just don't. I love that kind of like devil may care attitude where it's
Mhm.
just like this does what it does and deal with it. It's
It's like very much like Death by Audio. There, a lot of their stuff is just it's very much in your face. But it's if you like it, great. If not, oh well.
I miss
I mean, you said a lot of their stuff. I think you missaid that. I think
All
you
of
meant
their
all
stuff.
of their stuff.
yeah. I really like one of my favorite buzzsaw like style fuzz pedals. I guess we could loosely call it a fuzz pedal. Is the Dwarfcraft pedal. It's the Necromancer. Mine needs some loving. It doesn't function as it doesn't function as it should right now. I'll get to that. I got a mile to go with all the stuff that we're doing for pedalboard with the upcoming variety show and 1,000 other things. But it's gonna get on there. But it's a good the non-gall fuzz by Hamitsu Effects reminds me a lot. It's very reminiscent of what the Necromancer does.
Their Gears fuzz was another trippy one for me. It's like this weird octave fuzz. It's just very much out there.
Oh, nice. You're a disembodied head floating next to Owen Wilson's disembodied head. I really miss Devi.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Like Devi Ever Profit, like proper pedals. I thought those were always a lot of fun too. But that has kind of are you done, Brandon? Are you out of pedals? that you
Sorry,
bought?
the ones that are here in front of me.
Okay. But anyways,
Oh,
that.
wait.
Oh no, there's more. Let us know in the comments, guys, that like the
Since
pedals that you
Lowell
have.
kind of took my sound toy of the week, I'm gonna one up my sound toy of the week. The coils. I haven't even shared this with you yet.
Okay, he's holding it. He's holding.
What is
I'm
that?
holding it. So it's supposed to emulate having a extra long cable. So like it's got 4 different modes where your cable would be 10 feet, 50 feet, 150 feet, or 1,000-foot cable, like plugged.
All right.
So it's a cable emulator.
Oh my god. All right. On that note, let us know.
I had to share that with you.
Let us know in the comments the pedal that you have bought and sold and rebought to truly own, because we want to know. And this has been.
I feel like you're not giving this your full thought. It's a cable emulator.
I know it's right up there with the rat tail for me. I'm just not interested.
No. It's a cable emulator.
I know.
I need to know how that thing sounds because I'm intrigued, but I'm also concerned.
I'm concerned.
So I hear there's an amazing demo video on Rare Buzzer's YouTube.
Is it just like like a shitty signal the longer the cable gets for that pedal?
So it's not. It actually changes the tone and everything. Like
the capacitance would change, but like, is it
yeah
decently emulated within the pedal, or is it just?
I don't think it's emulated. I think it's analog. So
I don't know why anyone would buy that, but that's just me.
I'll tell you what. I mean, the old one I had is a Bob Ross Altoids can. I mean, I actually use this almost every day. I mean, that's what it looks like on the inside. I mean, it's all analog. This doesn't even take power, but I use it like through my signal almost every day. So I wanted a nice version of that.
Like, does it actually change the signal for the better though?
Oh yeah. So if I'm using anything with a buffer ahead of it, and I want to go like, let's say I want to loop something ahead of all my pedals, that loop signal is going to be buffered coming out. Well, it's going to mess with anything that doesn't work well with the buffer. So I use the debuffer with my with the capacitance. So it it makes a big difference. Maybe you should look into it for your Shanti board.
You're gonna upset Lowell again.
You might need a coil. I mean, it's a really nice looking pedal.
I am slightly.
Well, I'm gonna have to check it out. It's the first I'm hearing of it.
Well, I'm sure I will get the opportunity to try it out, and I will try it with I will try to have an open mind. I will try
cable emulator.
Oh my goodness!
I never thought that'd be a thing.
Everything's a thing now.
Yeah, yes, fair.
Remember the first episode of the podcast where I said we're living in the golden age of guitar gear?
Yeah.
It's over now.
That's right. Sorry. Anybody who's looking at this, I've changed the knob out for a chicken head knob for untold reasons.
The wave has crested and it's starting to roll back. But let us know in the comments, what the pedal has been that you have bought and sold and then bought again to truly own. Let us know if you have any equally, if you can let me know in the comments for sure that if you have a pedal that is stupider than the one that he just showed. I gotta know now. There's got to be something. We got to top that.
Oh man, we got to put that on the board in front of the air trash.
Oh, turned health. Okay, fair. I will take that. Well, I have been Lowell-George Ganath. We have Vince DiGioia next to me, and we have Brandon Schock below us. Vince, tell us where we can find your board builds, son.
On Instagram at Vagabond Audio. or vagabondaudio.info. All of our board builds are on there.
Yeah, get you some. I got one. Love it. Brandon, Shock.
Hats off
Shock
to
Rock
you.
Effects. Tell us where we can find you on the interwebs.
So my OnlyFans page is
As a subscriber,
Anyways.
you need to go see that page.
that's just pillow talk. I am Schock Rock, SCHOCK ROCK, at Schock Rock on Instagram. Just find me there if you need to contact me.
Or you want to get some of his jams, his joints.
My jams are so backed up right now. Everybody
Yeah,
will be
but
waiting here.
prepay. Get this
That's not a
man.
bad
Get this
thing.
man. Get this man flush.
Yeah.
You can find me at lowell-george.com. Everything is there, and links to all the other stuff is there. You see me on Pedalboards of Doom, or you can see me here on the Pedalboard channel and podcast. I have been Lowell-George Granoff. This has been Vince DiGioia, and that's been Brandon Schock. And just remember, everyone, be fantastic always. And
Eat lots of pickles.
try not to lick a bag of suck. See you later.